Kyoko, the queen of the kingdom of K, was concerned about the disputes within her cabinet, so she decided to leave the royal palace for a while.
Meanwhile, Suzu escaped from Suibi Cavern and headed for Yune, the capital of Sai. There she was saved by Queen Sai.
By the order of Geke, Shoke was exiled from her home kingdom, the kingdom of Ho, and sent to Rensho, the capital of the kingdom of Kyo.
I accept custody. From this day on, Sansho shall be mine. The Lord of K has made a wise decision. The previous king of Ho caused this ordeal by himself. The citizens of Ho can finally feel safe in their own kingdom again. I hope the Lord of K moves into Yoshun Palace as soon as possible. For the sake of the people, it is probably best if he holds the position of king until a new ruler can officially take the throne. And if anyone disagrees, we'll tell them it is a direct order from the Queen of Kyo.
Geke is nothing more than a traitor. My father and mother were...
A ruler attracts his own downfall, and there is nothing else that can bring down a king other than his own errors. I will let you stay in the palace, on the condition that you work as a servant. But I will not register you as a Sennin, though. You seem to have a little too much pride. But if you don't want to stay here, I could grant you citizenship and send you to Arike.
Arike?
So then, what is your choice?
You're so cruel.
You see, I don't like you very much. Well, what's it going to be then?
I guess I'll stay here.
Good. Well, first you must learn to properly kneel down before your queen. And it's very important for you to understand that you must not speak unless you are spoken to.
Your Majesty, this treatment seems too harsh for a princess.
You're a fool. Before you start feeling sorry for her, think about the anguish and torment the people of Ho have gone through.
Yes, but...
I've already made up my mind. And you are still my subject, as I recall. Are you not?
Yes, however...
She may look like a young girl to you, but she has been a Sennin for 30 years. And during that time, she never once thought of correcting her father. Instead, she lived lavishly in the royal palace. But unlike you, I have no mercy for that.
Then tell me this. Was it necessary to mislead the men from Ho?
You really don't understand any of this, do you? Do you think that I'm in support of the Lord of K simply out of the spite that I feel towards Shoke? You must not have anything but pity in that head of yours. Don't you get it? We need the Lord of K to be in support of the kingdom of Ho, especially when there is not even a Kirin in Ho. Don't worry, no one is around.
Your Majesty!
As you know, there is no Kirin for Ho on Mount Ho, so no one really knows when a new ruler of Ho will ascend the throne. If I had told them that, they surely would have been devastated. The only Ronka that's growing on Mount Ho right now is the Kirin of Ko. There's no sign of Hoki, who's supposedly already been born. So we have no other choice but to make the Lord of K support Ho until a new ruler is chosen. Otherwise, we'd see refugees flooding into Kyo. And all of this is happening because of the previous king of Ho and the fools who wouldn't rise up to him. Well now, why don't we see if that sympathy-filled head of yours can consider this type of notion? There's a shoe that needs to be fetched.
Please, you mustn't, Lady Cyrene. I couldn't let you do such a thing.
Suzu, your hair is very beautiful.
Thank you, Lady Cyrene. Oh, I'm sorry. I should call you Taiho.
It's okay. Whatever you wish to call me is just fine.
If you would please permit me to ask you, Taiho, have you ever had the chance to meet the Queen of K before?
No, I have not. Are you interested in the Queen of K? Because you were both born in Horai?
Yes, and from what I've heard about her, we're close to the same age. I've been on my own since the very first moment I came to this world. So it would mean a lot to me if we could talk about Horai.
You do not like this world?
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. It's just that I didn't understand the language of this world when I first arrived. It's been very difficult. I'm sure Queen K experienced the same thing. I thought we could comfort each other, and perhaps we could even become friends someday.
Or what if Queen K does not miss Horai? Have you ever taken the time to think of that? Just because you were born in Horai doesn't necessarily mean you would understand each other. There are people who are born in this world, and still they've found a way to hate one another.
You've been living in a happy life here, so you may not be able to fully understand. The Queen of K and I will never be able to go back to our world again.
Please, you mustn't. Wait! Your Majesty.
It's all right. It was I that asked her to come here. It is a great pleasure to meet you, Lady Suibikun.
This brings back memories. Nothing has changed around here very much, has it? His Majesty used to hate the very idea of doing paperwork, so he would just place his stamp on anything if I told him to do it.
I am well aware that you were found by Huo, the ruler of 2 generations ago, and that you worked closely beside him in the court. Your reputation precedes you. I've gained custody of a girl named Suzu.
You have my deepest gratitude. Even though she is quite useless, I am still her guardian nonetheless, I suppose.
Suzu tells me her life has recently been in danger. That you ordered her to gather kankin in the middle of the night.
Retrieving the kankin was meant as nothing more than a penance for breaking a priceless vase that I was given by His Majesty.
I was also told you sent a Sekko after her to kill her.
That's nothing but a horrible lie. I sent the Sekko in case anything happened to her along the way. But besides all that, what happens between myself and my servant is none of your business. All servants should understand what their place is.
Suzu thinks that running away from you will remove her from the registry of immortals and she'd lose the ability to communicate. She didn't escape because she feared what would happen.
Well, if her life with me was so unbearable, then she could have just left, right?
Why must you sit there and have such an attitude? Even though you were once a favorite of Huo, you eventually nagged him so much that you became a nuisance and disrupted his rule. Later, when a group of young people became dissatisfied with His Majesty's government and formed the League Koto, you were the only one who insisted on supporting them. After all that, Huo still didn't remove you from the registry of immortals, so why then must you be this way?
I do see your point. But the next ruler, Go-O, who was chosen from the Koto League, reigned for a mere 20 years before you ascended to the throne. Go-O abdicated the throne, but not without leaving a will, in which he wrote, "Blaming others achieves nothing. Whatever the circumstances may be, there is nothing to gain from blaming others." I have come to understand those words very well now.
You mustn't confuse the issue. I'm not blaming you for anything. The girl Suzu, she is still nothing more than a child. And when Go-O wrote those memorable words, he was speaking about himself. He meant blaming the previous ruler would not improve the current condition of his kingdom.
Are you saying I should blame myself instead of Suzu?
If you do not do something soon to straighten yourself out, then you will leave me no other choice but to intervene and take care of it for you.
A ruler punishing a Heisen? Why, that's not very common.
It may not be, but I do have the authority.
Fine, do whatever you wish.
I had a serious discussion with Lady Rio today. And as a result, I'm considering bringing the servants of Suibi Cavern up here to the Chokon Palace.
Then does that mean I don't have to go back there anymore?
Yes, however, I cannot permit you to stay here any longer. But you mustn't worry yourself about it. I assure you that you will remain registered as a Sennin, though I think you should live in the world below for a while.
What? But why only me? It's Mistress, isn't it? She's told you something terrible about me, hasn't she?
On the contrary, Lady Rio left this matter completely under my control. I just believe that it might be better for you to go somewhere where you'll get a chance to grow up a little more.
Grow up? But I served her for 100 years, working like a slave every single day.
I can imagine how hard it is to live where you cannot speak the language. But you must remember, being able to communicate does not necessarily mean that you will be able to understand others.
I don't understand.
You may be able to understand what someone is saying, but it can be harder to know how they feel. The important thing is to allow yourself to accept others without prejudice or judgments.
But I've always been such a...
How is she?
She is still crying, but she says she is going to take your advice. And she has made a request to go to K if possible.
Kay?
She believes that because the new queen of K is a Taika that neither your majesty nor I could understand. Only Queen K will be able to understand, she says.
Where are you, Queen K?
I'm going to Konkyu to study under King N for a while.
What are you talking about?
Please, tell the officials that that's what I'll be doing. I want to live in a town for a little while.
Your Majesty.
Living a lavish life or having beautiful dresses doesn't interest me. I ascended to the throne because I was under the impression that if I didn't, the people of K would suffer hardship just like I have. But look at me. What have I accomplished for them since I arrived?
The fact that there is a ruler has made the people...
But Keiki, I have no idea what the people of K want, or what they have on their minds as a people.
The important thing here is for you to acknowledge morality.
Morality?
Your Majesty.
Classes are held 5 days a week. There are at least 5 regular exams per year. Your GPA decides which college you will go to. The school uniform must be knee-length. The color of the stockings must be either skin tone or black. But do you know what makes a child living like that happy?
Excuse me?
Do you know what the morality of a world like that is?
No.
You don't understand it, do you? In the same way you don't understand my world, I don't understand this one. I was told, I want to see what kind of kingdom you will build. I was asked to make my kingdom a better place, and to be a good example for neighboring kingdoms. But what am I supposed to do? What is the morality of a ruler? It's certainly not to be worried about what the officials are thinking about me, or what is the best way to manage morning conferences. That's for sure. A long time ago, we took a class trip to a mountain so we could paint the scenery. There were small flowers in front of me, and I really liked them, so I was painting them. But then my teacher said that we hadn't traveled all the way to the mountain to paint a few ordinary flowers, and that I should be painting the mountain instead. She didn't say it so bluntly, but I knew what she was trying to tell me.
So did you paint the mountain instead of the flowers?
Yes, I did. I knew that I would be praised if I painted the mountain. I was so terribly afraid that people wouldn't like me. When I was in Horai, I always fawned upon the people around me, just so they would like me more, I suppose. I'm acting the same way now.
Your Majesty.
I wanted to be accepted by the government officials, but I ended up creating a division among them instead. And we ended up losing a valued official because of it. There are still so many things I don't know. If I leave the palace now, it could cause damage to the kingdom. But if I don't do anything now, then someday...
Your Majesty, you wish to find the small flowers in front of you once again, don't you?
Keiki, I must leave everything up to you for a while. But if the occasion arises where you absolutely need me, then come to notify me as fast as your Kirin legs can carry you. Keiki.
Your Majesty, at least please allow me to arrange a suitable place for you to stay while you are away.
But Keiki,
You must allow me this. I need to make sure that you will be somewhere safe.
All right then. I'll leave it to you. I'm sorry I'm being so selfish.
To be honest with you, Your Majesty, I feel a bit relieved about it.
Is that so?
The last ruler I chose quickly became bored with politics. I was concerned that Her Majesty would be like her, but she seems to have changed quite a bit. Hankyo, accompany Her Majesty and protect her at any cost. She's quite precious, as well as a very valuable person to the Kingdom of K.
Yes, sir.
What an honor it is to be issued a travel pass by the Queen of Sai herself.
If you find yourself in trouble, go to the nearest provincial office and show them the pass. I'm sure they'll take good care of you. I am also giving you this bank authorization key. With this, you'll be able to withdraw money from an account I created for you at the depository, and it's valid anywhere within this world.
I will surely be able to meet with the Queen of K now.
This soldier will escort you to the port at the Kyokai.
Thank you so much for everything.
Though I want you to remember one thing. Life is made of two parts, half happiness and half hardship.
Yes?
Happiness is something you'll find is directly related to the amount of energy you put towards it. It doesn't appear before you because you feel you have the divine right to it. The effort to overcome your suffering and the effort to become happy, those are the keys to making yourself truly happy. Do you understand, child of Horai?
Yes, I do agree. I wanted to be happy, and in order to overcome my suffering, I made an effort and escaped from Suibi Cavern. That's why from now on, I will not let anything get to me. Oh my! Thank you so much for this, Queen Sai. This brings back memories. The troop that I was once in was very much like this.
Miss! The play is going to begin very soon.
There's a play? About which one of the kingdoms?
The Kingdom of K!
The new Queen of K, Sekishi, ascends the throne. She was born a Taika in the 7th year of the Yosei period. The false Queen Joy was... Mokarine.
Huh?
Huh? You are that Kaikaku. I see you became an immortal. No wonder you look the same as you did back then.
Yes.
I had no idea that Leader had traveled with a Kaikyaku such a long time ago. Now I understand why she didn't mind when Yoko joined up with us.
Yoko?
I guess it's our fate, but we somehow seem to be connected to the Kaikyaku.
Huh? There's one that's with us right now. A Kaikyaku?
He cannot perform, but he's pretty smart, so we have him count our money. He doesn't speak the language of this world, so we don't have to worry about him running away with it.
Excuse me? I'm sorry to just come in like this. My name is Suzu. Can you understand what I'm saying?
You are speaking Japanese.
Yes, that's right. I'm a Kaikyaku, but I'm a Sennin too, so I can communicate with you.
The time has come. Soon I'll capture the flag. It won't be long before it gets underway.
Huh? What?
I found this at a market where people sell stuff that gets washed up from the Kyokai. It was all rusted. The people in this world have no idea what this is. So I bought it, and I polished it up.
Hey, is something the matter with you?
I'm so glad this game will finally be over. All right, let's go.
What Rangyoku sees is a fluttering red color and the sparkle of a drawn sword. The 12 Kingdoms, Episode 28. A Great Distance in the Wind, The Sky at Dawn, Chapter 6.